Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com and Team Power Blast. Boy, I wanted to share with you just a kind of a snippet of a powerful call I was on last night. And this is worth going out and Googling. Google this guy's name, Richard Neal, and the word Beachbody. And that's Richard and then Neal. The man is amazing, and what a powerful story he has. And so just to kind of give you just a little snapshot of some of the things he shared on this call, and so emotional and driven. A few years ago, he was very overweight, dude from Tennessee, awesome guy. And so somebody had suggested to him to, I think he had a doctor visit, and the doctor was saying, hey, if you continue on this trend, and he was a big guy, you continue on this trend, you're not going to live to see 30, you're not going to be able to have kids. And that depressed him so much that that he was just like, man, I need to do something. And so he had met up with a friend. I don't remember if it was a coworker or something like that, but coworker loaned him, I think they got to just talking about the weight stuff, and he loaned him the very intro workout of Power 90. That's the workout I started with. And when I started that, I was like, oh my gosh, it's hard. It was humbling. And I was not nearly, I was half the size of this guy. And I found it hard. So I know that he went home, tried it, and was just like, how am I going to do this? And so he got done with it and, was celebrating. I think he just did what he could. He said he just kind of just jogged in place and stuff like that, just did what he could, thinking that I worked out. And so his buddy said, great, do it again. And, get yourself weighed, etc. And so this was the real emotional part for Richard, was he'd bought a scale at Walmart and kept getting on the scale, and it would not give him a reading, kept giving him an error. And it just so happened the next day he and his brother were heading to a scrapyard, and he happened to see a scale there because they weigh scrap metal, etc. And asked the guy, can I get on your scale and weigh myself? And he asked if he could use it, and the guy thought it was just for cans and stuff. He was like, no, to weigh myself. And so he got on there and he said, these big bold letters are numbers because the scrapyard people need to see what the weight is. So he got on there and just watched the scale numbers just go up, and ended up settling on 426 pounds. And I think Richard was at his wit's end. He couldn't believe how it had got to this. And I don't know how many of you out there listening can relate to that type of thing in your life. Maybe not with that weight, but you're like, what happened? What went on? And so Richard came home and was totally planning on ending it all, ending his life. He grabbed a pistol, he wrote a note, and just posted the note on the door. And just at that moment, a phone call came in. No doubt sent from an angel up above, but it was his mom checking in on him and just see how things were. And so he ended up not doing anything there, as you figured with the story. Getting a little emotional here myself. Gosh, these stories of overcoming obstacles. So he ended up deciding, you know what, I'm going to do this. And so he showed up each day doing the workouts just a little bit. And I think he got fired up enough to, after 30 days, he just bought a new house and got in the house, and he stepped on the scale, and the scale read 399.5. So obviously the scale had a limit at 400, and Richard went back to that guy and said, hey, has anybody ever lost 200 pounds in a year? And so Richard went for it. He used Power 90, he used P90X, used Shakeology, anything to continue on. And I think Richard said in about a little over a year's time, he did hit the 200-pound mark. And one of the unique things was, along the way, he decided, I'm not doing this alone. If I'm going to have to go through and work out hard with these workouts, these Beachbody workouts, people are doing it with me. So he got his whole community to do the workouts with him, and show up. I don't remember if it was at a church or where they, the space they did, but I think they have about 70 people show up a couple times a week to these workouts. And I think they just plug in a Beachbody workout and DVD and go for it. But, I'm going to let you Google Richard Neal and Beachbody or P90X or Success Story, whatever it is. His story will come up. You'll get to see so many videos on him and his journey, how he ended up winning the Beachbody Challenge last year. But just the power and just to hear the emotion through that and what he went through. And I know a lot of you out there have struggled before. You may be struggling now. You may have gotten through those struggles and you're at that. Maybe you're not at that point that Richard was at, but you're looking at it going, God, how did it get to this? And as I always finish this podcast with, it's never too late. You can get started. You can do it. I just like Richard, I've got a group going right now for people who are just starting out. And a lot of times with exercise, people look at it and go, God, I don't have the time. I've got kids and I've got work and I've got sports to go to and all those other things. And that's why we centered around 10-minute workouts. We do the 10-minute workouts, and we do Shakeology because Richard was saying on the call last night, he goes, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to lose the 200 pounds. I got to eat right. I got to fuel my body right. And that's so true. And I know a lot of times people look at Shakeology and go, oh gosh, I don't want to drink my calories. I don't want to, just have a shake. And this stuff goes way beyond that. I just had a guy get this the other day, very skeptical about it. By day 3, he's like, can I get sample packs? My neighborhood needs to try this. My wife needs to try this. I feel incredible. It goes beyond just replacing a meal, and you just feel alive. And there's so many people out there that have never given themselves the opportunity to feel that way. Plus, then it gives you not only the fuel for your workouts, but it's giving you the weight loss, and it improves your digestion, it improves your whole system, your whole body. So with our group, we do 10-minute workouts because so many people are strapped for time, but that, and if you've been on my podcast before, you need to exercise consistently. That's what Richard learned. It wasn't like just showing up once and saying, I did it. The guy said, do it again tomorrow, do it again tomorrow, do it again tomorrow. You have to do that. And that's so I know from the beginning with me, when I got Power 90, and I'm like, you want me to work 6 days a week? What? And that's why I didn't do it 6 days a week, and I kept getting fatter. You do have to show up consistently. So that's where the 10-minute workouts, we use 10-minute trainer, it consistently does that. But the one thing that Richard found, he just said, you know what? If I'm going down, I'm taking people with me. If I'm going to go through these workouts, I am having people do this with me, so I won't do it alone. And that's what we do with our group. And that's the support and the motivation and accountability that people have, and why my friend Carol has lost 47 pounds in her first 3 months, 47 pounds. And I think Carol was at a point that's similar to Richard's story, maybe not weight-wise, but very, very emotionally drained and very depressed. And, I've had lots of other friends, and turn it around, because it's never too late, people. And so here's my challenge to you. If exercise isn't in your situation right now, I'm going to challenge you to go through my site here, order yourself a bag of Shakeology, get chocolate vegan rocks, tropical strawberry, get one of those. Do it for 30 days, but you're going to need to exercise. Now, maybe you don't want to get a fitness program like we did, but you're going to be exercise. So you're going to commit to 10 to 20 minutes of walking every day. Okay, get one of those little walking pedometers to keep track. Okay, and see where you're at 30 days, and get on the scale before and the 30 days after, and see where things go for you. You replace the meal with that, and you do that little exercise every day, you are going to make a difference. And that may change, that may evolve into you getting started with a fitness program. Now, if you're one of those people like I was, I used to go to a gym and I could never figure out what exactly to do every day. So I didn't really get results. So if you're the person that needs a plan, just tell me what to do. I'll show up and do it. Then join my challenge group. I call it a SWAT group, for strength, weight loss, agility, and toning. And we actually call the whole group is called It's Never Too Late. We've been talking about that, right? And so you can get in there. You're going to have a 10-minute trainer. You're going to have Shakeology. You're going to have a boatload of support, boatload of motivation, prizes, etc. Beginners, or even people who are advanced, if you're going to the gym and you just want to take something extra, you can always take it up a notch, and 10 minutes isn't going to kill anybody. It's actually going to make you healthy. So that's my challenge to you, because we need more people like Richard Neal around to just turn things around and become such an inspiration, and just so powerful to help so many people. And so I was so grateful to be on that call. Richard, thank you so much for that. And, get out there and challenge yourself, people. Wherever you're at, push play every day, and eat right. We know eat right and exercise right. So anyway, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.